Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Botania Garden of Glass. Alright, so today we are starting things off on a big pile of coal ore. And I've been trying to get through this, get a few levels up, because as you can see I'm back to 0 because this happened. I died, yeah. I was being a bit clever with my Rod of the Skies, been practicing jumping down and going below platforms and propelling myself back up. I thought I was getting pretty good at it, and I messed it up a little bit and fell into the void. So yeah, that was good. And you think that would annoy me because I am actually trying to get some decent gear. That is the plan for today. I want to get some decent gear so I can actually get Fortune 3 on a pickaxe or on an all-in-one tool. And then with that, I can break down these diamonds and emeralds and everything else we've got in here and actually get some decent stuff from it rather than just one at a time like we're getting here, because it's really annoying. Now, you will notice I do have a new pickaxe, and that is the Elementing pickaxe. So, I did this because I've been doing a little bit of building, which we will have a look at in a moment, and I've been breaking down a lot of this living rock. So, I've been placing the stone around it, waiting for it to convert, and then mining it all up. But, you know, with this thing, it takes an absolute age. It doesn't look like that much of a difference, but when you're doing loads, it can take a while. So, I had a few levels on me, and I decided to enchant an Elementing pickaxe. Now, these things are pretty much the same as the Mana Steel pickaxes, but they do have one different property, which I wasn't actually aware of until I placed one of these by accident. What these will do is these are really handy for mining in a normal overworld. So if you're going down into the world and mining for coal and diamonds and whatever else, everything else that you mine, like stone, it will actually pick up. It'll just destroy it like that. Now, that only applies to like normal vanilla stuff like coal, andesite and gravel and dirt, I think. So if I try and get this dirt, same thing, doesn't do it. It's not really that much use to me in a Garden of Glass world, but I did manage to enchant it and get Unbreaking 2 and Efficiency 2 on it. Which, yeah, not great, but compared to nothing, it's better than that. So I've been using this, breaking down living rock and doing a little bit of building. So I'm just going to get the rest of this coal, and then we'll go have a look at what I've been up to. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that this mana battery is now a lot bigger. So I've put a little bit of a border on the edge of it, and I think I'm going to build like some sort of tower up here. So it's going to be open on all sides and then have glass at the top. And then at that level where the glass is going to be like my main base storage area. And it'll also be the place where I have all my main mana sources. So all the ones were like the catalyst, and we're going to have the Elven Portal up there as well. So anytime that I need to actually use mana, I'll go up there and that'll be the place where I have everything to hand. And I've also added a load more pulls around the edge. So I did have just the 9 in the middle originally. So now this is a 5x5, so we have 25. So that is a lot more mana. And these have taken a very, very long time to fill up, but as you can see, they are getting there. They're pretty much there now. It's just a few on the corners that are not quite there yet. So this has taken quite a while, and I have been doing a lot of building and letting this do its thing. And I've also been AFK my tree farm down there as well. That's my AFK dirt box. Very, very, very advanced. But the main thing I've been doing, as you'll see if we come up here, I have built the third circle. So if we look on the map, as you can see here, why is that? No, it's that. Don't do that. We have this third circle, and I have started building this one as well. I think I'm definitely going to do one here. So this is the mob farm. I'm gonna have to get rid of that because I don't want to reduce the efficiency of it that much, although at the moment I have lit it up because the storage I've got down there is just completely full. It's ridiculous how good that is. So we're probably alright for a mob farm for now. I think we've got more than we need. So yeah, that was fun getting that built. That is all a double layer of dirt as well. So over here I only really have one plan for it. So we have our main area over there on that circle. This one is going to be the farms that we can just forget about, like the tree farm and all like the vanilla stuff that doesn't need mana at all. And then over here, I thought we'd have a separate area for the Ritual of Gaia. So the Garden of Gaia fight, we'll be doing that over here. So it's nice and safe away from everything else. And then the fourth one, not a clue what I'm going to do with that. But I think it'd be nice to have this all symmetrical and have all four. So let's have a quick look at the tree farm and see how that's doing. As you can see, I'm going down the safe way. I'm not trying to be clever with my Rod of the Skies. Or can I just do this? Nah, that's rubbish. Alright, so what we've got in here. We have over half a double chest of oak logs, which is great. And I have been studying quite well. It is quite slow, this thing. But, you know what, it's better than chopping all this down manually, isn't it? So if I put some more agri-carnations, it probably should speed it up a bit. But then I may need to start actually adding mana into it as well. Because this is going down ever so slightly. And it is ever so slightly over hours and hours of use. So it's not that big deal. But I'm thinking if we put more agri-carnations in, that might become a problem. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm alright for wood for now, so we'll leave that as it is. And one lucky thing that happened while I was building this third platform is that a wandering trader paid us a visit, which is more likely to happen now, the more space that we have around us. I thought I'd have a quick look at his trades, and he was selling kelp, which was great because, as far as I know, there's no way in Botania of getting that. So we took the few emeralds that we had, got that one piece of kelp, so I can grow that now, and that'll come in very handy for doing the bubble elevator. So we're going to have items coming up from the bottom, but, you know, it might come in handy for transport for us as well, even though I've got this crazy thing, which we can get most of the way up with. Oh yeah, there's some more stuff down there to show you as well. I've also built this platform down at the bottom, which is where actually this stone generator here and this ore generator, I'm going to build two of those down at the bottom because I do have another mana battery down there, and that is where those are going to go. Just do their thing and then send the items up some kind of bubble elevator. So we've got this platform down at the bottom, built out of living rock, and that's why this water is coming down the edge. I've just marked out where everything is so I could build up to it. But you know, I'm so used to seeing this water now, I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm thinking I might incorporate it into some kind of design down the edge of this tower. Thought that could be fun. Make it like a little bit organic and have like leaves and stuff growing down the edge as well. But anyway, we're way off being able to do a design on this tower because we don't even have a tower yet. Look how far that goes up. It's great. Alright, so the thing we're doing today, we want to get some enchanting done. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so the thing I want to get on with today is setting this thing up, and it's called a mana enchanter, and it's a very cool thing. The word enchanter is a bit misleading here because what this actually is a really overpowered anvil. So what you do with it is you click the item that you want to add the enchantments to on the middle lapis block, and then you throw a load of books on top of the obsidian, and then when you give this thing a load of mana, it will take those books and apply the enchantments onto the item. But the really cool thing about it is, and what makes this overpowered, is that it doesn't consume the books. So all we need to do is get one of each of the enchantments that we need, and we can use them on all the different items. So just one unbreaking book, we can use it for all our tools, all of our armor, and we'll keep it, put it away somewhere safe, just in case we need it again. So that is very cool. But there is a problem with that. I know you've thought of it. How do I get the books? Well, there's two ways of getting books that I know of, apart from finding them in chests in the world, and, you know, that's not going to happen in this world. We could put books in an enchantment table and hopefully get something good out of it, but, you know, I still need to get to level 30 to do that, and that's not going to happen because I don't have a decent XP source. In fact, I don't have any. Or we can use villagers. So villagers in a skyblock world, in a normal skyblock world, what we'd do, we'd run a mob farm, and hopefully we'd get some zombie villagers. We'd then convert those into villagers, and that's it. Nice and simple. Although a bit of a pain because the very low rates, and you've also got to get rid of all the other mobs and try and get them away from everything. So it is a bit of a challenge. It's not impossible, definitely not impossible, but in Botania, there's a much easier way of doing it. What we can do, if you remember at the start of this series, we use something called a Cocoon of Caprice. And what you do with this, you plant it on the ground, and then after a certain amount of time, I think it's about 5 minutes, you will get a random passive mob spawn from it. So you can get cows and sheep and chickens. That's where we got all these from. And every other mob, like pandas. I think we did actually get one of them and lost it. But what we can also do is if we put this down and feed it emeralds, every emerald we give it will increase the chance of it spawning a villager by 5%. So all we need to do is put this down and give it 20 emeralds, and then from that we will definitely get a villager. So I've crafted up two of these, and if you don't remember the recipe, nice and simple. String, fell pumpkin, and mana steel ingot, and the fell pumpkin is just the normal mob drops around a pumpkin. So I've crafted up two of these. I do have enough emerald ore. It is such a shame to have to only get one from these, but you know, fortune on emeralds, you don't get loads anyway, dear. So I'm not that bothered, as long as I don't have to do it to the diamonds yet. So I'm going to get all these emeralds, and I think what I want to do with the villages is put them over there. So this is like, I'll call this like my vanilla island, I suppose. So I think I'm going to move all of these crop farms over there as well. So I've got the sugarcane, melon, pumpkins, and I do have the wheat and stuff in the middle, but I think I'm going to do something else in the middle of this one. I'll probably put something else in the middle there, and then move all of that over there as well. So I'm going to go do a little bit of setup, and then we'll see how this thing works. Okay, so a large amount of time has passed, and I have been busy doing quite a lot of building. So we will have a look at that in a moment, but I just want to get these villagers started first. So I've put down 40 blocks of emerald ore here, so I'm just going to get all of these emeralds, and unfortunately it's just 1 for 1, so that is exactly how much we need to get these two villagers. So let's get this done, and I can get up there. Okay, so we now have 40 emeralds, And we also have 2 Cocoons of Caprice. And we have a really crazy thing in the sky. So this is my favourite villager breeder that I use all the time. It's designed by Grandma Mommy, and it is just a standard villager breeder design, but I will put a link to that tutorial in the description. Right, so first we need to put down these Cocoons of Caprice, and then we'll start vibrating, because that's what these things do. And then we should just be able to feed these 20 emeralds like this, and it should stop at 20 as well. Hopefully it will. Yeah, so that won't let me put any more in there. And if I do this as well, in about 5 minutes, we should have 2 villages in here. So I've just built this temporary little platform up here. This will go. It's just a living rock that's going to stay. So we have a couple of trapdoors. Then once these have come out of here, I'll need to wait for them to grow up into adults as well. I can put them down here. And I probably should put some water down there as well, so they don't take any damage. And then that'll be it. Get rid of all this, and we'll have a working villager breeder. So while they're doing their thing, let's go have a look at what I've been up to. Okay, so the first thing, we've got the villager breeder, and we've got a drop here, and it is see-through. So we've got the mana glass here, so we can see through. The babies will try and get to those beds, and these trapdoors will be open, so they'll fall down and then float into this thing here. I did have a much more detailed plan than this originally, where I'd have like a holding area for the babies, wait for them to grow up into adults, and then I could have like a trade selection room and have them going off into a trading hall and all that stuff that you normally do with villages. But as I've said, we only need 1 of each book, so once we get a book from a villager, they're pretty much not needed. So I will keep them, but I think what I'm going to do is just have the babies come straight into here. They can run around in here and then eventually grow up. And then when they do, we'll just have a lectern around, and then we'll just keep breaking that to get the trade that we want. And that's it, nice and simple. So this will just be our little villager box, and I will probably put some more things on top of here eventually. I don't know, I need to come up with a design for this, but it's just a quick thing for now so I can get this villager trading going. And then over here, I've moved the pure daisies, and I've been putting down a lot of stone while I've been doing this, because I've gone through an absolute ton of living rock. Not just for this, but as you'll see over here, I have got all of these archways built now. So I only had 1 of these built originally, just that one there. I've done the one on the other 3 sides of this centre island, and then I've done one to the entrance of all the other islands as well. So got through quite a bit of living rock doing this. And then over here as well, on my main base island, I've marked out a circle for where we're going to have a central tower here. So it's just to go in line with this. All I did was figure out where the centre was, which is this wall here. And then I've put this same line of blocks on each of the 4 sides. And then just finish it off by putting some blocks in between to make it into a circle. So we're going to have a tower here, where this is, and this is going to be see-through. And I think what I want to do is have this covered in glass, and then with stairs going up here, I can walk over it, and then it'll be into the base. And then I'm going to need some kind of staircase going up, and then we will have a storage area, probably at this level actually, not too far from where it is now. But these are all going to be diamond chests, so that's why I want to get that fortune pick sorted, so we can fortune on this diamond ore. And I do have a lot more of this as well, because my ore generator has been running. I've turned it off for now, because I've run out of storage space, so I really need to get those diamonds. Right, so should we, I don't think it's been 5 minutes yet, but let's just see how those villages are getting along. Do we have anything yet? Oh yeah, we've got 2 baby villages. That is brilliant. Oh, I really wanted to see them pop out there, but, you know, that'll do. So we'll wait for these to go into adults, and then try and get them into that breeder. Okay, so we've got all that cleaned up, and I've grabbed some carrots. So what we can do eventually is have the food sent up to them automatically. If we have a water stream going along here, and then we can block the water will actually flow in there, because we've got these trapdoors there. So we can do that. But for now, we'll just give them a stack of carrots, and hopefully we'll get some babies going. So we'll grab those, they'll share them between each other, and if we just go around this side, maybe we'll see it happen. Okay, so the heart's going, and what should happen is the babies should appear in one of these slots. They will then try and get to these beds, because baby villagers like jumping on beds, and because the trapdoors are open, they'll go down there, and that'll be it. Did we get anything there? Yep, there we go. And that was it. Baby's gone down there, nice and simple, so we can follow him down, and end him in this safe room. Are you really going to fight that? There we go. Right, so that's it. That's how we're going to get the villagers. And I'm going to put some lecterns down in here. Trade for all the books that I want. And I didn't show this, but I've also planted a crazy amount of sugarcane outside. So that's all I brought over here from now. Because what I've decided to do, because I'm only after books, that means I need librarians, which means I can trade paper and get a ton of emeralds. So we don't need to mess about with any other types of villagers, which is brilliant. The sugarcane won't be staying like this. I will do an automated farm at some point, and it'll be a nice, normal, boring, vanilla one, because, you know, they're just so easy. It's normally the collection system that's quite difficult, but because we've got the hopper hawks from Botania, that'll make that even easier. So that'll be nice and simple, and we'll put that below ground, outputting to maybe a little room that we've got on the side of here that we can have a chest with the paper automatically crafted, so that'd be nice. Okay, so while those villagers are doing their thing, I'm just doing a little bit of experimenting over here with some kind of structure around this mana battery, and I definitely want to do it like this with glass over the top. So this will be like the main entrance, and we'll go through to our storage down here. And then I was thinking, off at the sides, we'll have some things that we don't use that much, but are going to need an absolute ton of mana. So I think one of them definitely is going to be this mana enchanter. And if we just click in AIOT Botania, I've opened it up here. And this is actually quite a big structure that we need to put down here. It's quite an awkward thing to figure out where to place, but I think what I want to do is put it in this spot down here. So I'm going to try and mark this out, and hopefully it'll make sense. So if we just put this there... Does that make sense? Right, no, that is a little bit close, that maybe. Maybe go one more block. Or, would it be better if we had it facing the other way? Is that better? So that's right up against that wall, but that's alright, because we'll have a wall here. And then these don't go too close to the edge, so I still have a way of walking around here if I ever want to. I think, yeah, we'll go with that. That's what we're going to do. Right, so I'm going to get the stuff I need for this. There's a fair few things to craft, but we'll get it done. It's all stuff we've done before, so I'll gather it all together and we'll get it built. Right, so I think I've got pretty much everything I need now. I've gone for a mix and match of the flowers. I've got the lapis block and I've just crafted up those mana pylons. So the only thing I'm missing is the obsidian, and I don't have any blaze powder either to do it with the blaze mesh way. I'm going to go into the nether with a few buckets, get some lava, put it down here, and then put some water over the top. Nice and simple. So I'm just going to put everything else down for now, and then we can go get the rest of it. So yeah, it says white flowers in this template here, but I think you can use anything, and it doesn't have to all be the same one. So we'll just put all these down the edge, clear my inventory up a bit, and then I can have a trip into the nether and get a few buckets of lava. Okay, so that's all those done. I just need to put the lapis block in and the lava. So I'll do the obsidian first, and then we'll put the lapis on. Alright, so I've managed to find a spot in the nether, and I've completely cleared out my inventory because I need to get 17 buckets of lava. So hopefully, I should be able to do this from here without too much trouble. And the last one. There we go. Right, let's go do this. Alright, so let's give this a go. Now, I just need to be careful that I don't place the lava in the same spot as I've already got one, or it'll just waste that. So let's do this. I think I'll just do a few at a time, actually. Turn it into obsidian, and then do a few more. Alright, oh, it's going to wash these flowers away. I'm probably going to lose these flowers, but alright, never mind. I've got a few. Where's my Rod of the Seas? Actually, I'll use a bucket because I need to replace it as well. Alright, so you go there. Okay, so I'll get the rest of this done, and then we can have a look at this thing. And then this is the last bit of obsidian, and then I just need to put the lapis in there, and we are done. Okay, so put that on there, and that is it. So now we just need to form the structure with the Wand of the Forest. I think we just right click on it, and it should do its thing. There we go. We now have a mana enchanter. Okay, so as I've said, all we need to do is I'll right click the thing we want to enchant in the middle. I don't think I've got anything that I can actually use, because you can't use anything that already has enchantments on it. So we're going to need to get ourselves a new tool. And what I want to do first is the Terra Steel pickaxe, whatever that's called. I think it has some crazy name. Is this it? The Terra Shatterer. That's what I want, isn't it? And this, you actually level up by giving it a ton of mana. Now, the first few levels, not a massive problem, especially when we've got this much. But the higher levels, this is nowhere near enough just for the last level. So, yeah, we're going to need to leave this for quite a while. Maybe B, that might do for now. So we'll craft this one up. It's pretty easy. We've already got enough Terra Steel for this, living wood twigs, and a mana tablet. So we've definitely got enough to craft this, but it's pretty useless doing that at the minute because we need to get some books first, don't we? So let's go see how those villagers are doing, and maybe give it a try getting some trades. Alright, so I've got one adult villager and 2 babies in there now, and I have just given them some more food, and I've also crafted up 3 lecterns. So I just need to get a little bit more wood, but you know, we're alright for that. So let's pull this down and see if we can get a decent trade from this guy. Right, what you got? Come here. Flame. Terrible. And if you've never done this before, this is just a case of breaking the workstation and it'll reset his trades. So we just need to keep doing that until we find something that we want. And at first, I definitely want to try and get Fortune 3 first. And we have a second adult. Brilliant. I definitely want to try and get Fortune 3, but we'll look out for all the common ones that we need as well, like Efficiency and Unbreaking 3, Protection, all those kind of things. I'm just going to spend some time doing this, and I'll show you once I've got something interesting. Okay, so here's the first one I can't say no to. We've got efficiency 4 for 26 emeralds. So I've got some books, and I've just grabbed some emerald ore as well, because I knew something like this has happened where they wouldn't have a paper trade. So let's just do this, and hopefully I can keep that trade. Right, where are you? Go on. I've got efficiency 4 for 26. I will take that. So obviously we do want efficiency 5, but if we just buy 2 of these eventually, we can combine them into an efficiency 5 and just keep using that one block over and over again. So that's great. Next one, what are you going to give me? And literally the next one I get is Silk Touch. I don't know if I necessarily need Silk Touch, but yeah, alright. We'll do it. If I can get the emeralds, just whether. If you want to change the fortune in the meantime, I don't mind. Alright, we'll do it. Right, that's both my adults gone now. We need to wait for these two to grow up, and then we can do a bit more. Okay, so I've been at this for way too long now, and I've been getting quite a few trades, but nothing I really wanted to keep. I did see mending a couple of times, but as we're using mana to repair stuff, we don't need mending at all. So what I've settled on is Unbreaking 2, which isn't great, but I can combine 2 of these into Unbreaking 3 and just use that in my mana enchanter. And the other reason I'm keeping this one is because it's also got a paper trade along with the trade that I want, because the other 2 don't have paper trade, so I don't have any way of making emeralds at the minute. So I'm going to go for this one. And at least we've got Unbreaking for now anyway. And there it is. Finally got it. Fortune 3. That is the one I have been waiting for. So I'm going to lock that in straight away. Very nice. Happy with that. So I've got Unbreaking. I've got Fortune. So the only... and actually, yeah, I've got them all. So now I can make my perfect pickaxe. I've got Unbreaking, Efficiency 4, and I've got Fortune 3. So if I get another one of these, I can change that into Efficiency 5. And then I put all those in the Mana Enchanter. And we should be good. So let's go do it. Okay, so I think we're in a position to start doing this now. So I've got everything I need to craft the Terra Shatterer. And actually, yeah, should we do that first? Let's go for this. On this thing, don't we? And does it have to be empty? That's very annoying. Let's just try it anyway. No, I'm just going to do it. See what happens. If it has to be empty, no, it doesn't. There we go. Right, see, right. So we now have a Terra Shatterer, and this is the pickaxe. This is the top level pickaxe. But what this can do, you can actually, it has different modes. So depending on what level it is, so this is at level C, it can mine a particular, I don't want to do it on here because I don't want to destroy all of this. But the way we level it up is just throwing it into a mana pool, and this will start absorbing the mana, and it will absorb a ridiculous amount to get up to the next levels. But what we can do with this, depending on the level, it can mine out a bigger area than just one block. So what we want to do is to get it up to the top level, and I think it does an 11 by 11 cube, which is absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, before we get to that, I want to do a little bit of enchanting with it. So what we do with this, no, before we do that, let's combine these books. So we have 2 Unbreaking 2. So hopefully this won't cost too much, but we've got Unbreaking 3 there. So we're going to leave the Silk Touch for now. We also have Fortune 3, and then want to combine these 2 Efficiency 4 into Efficiency 5. So, what I do with this? I need mana as well, do I? So, hopefully, I might need a spark for this, but let's just put that there. And then we throw these books into the obsidian area. Now, I believe we just give it a tap with the Wand of the Forest. Right. Let's try putting a spark on there. And then because... oh no, is that doing something? That appears to be doing something. Right, so I put the spark on there now, and that mana is going across, and that was ridiculously quick. So now that, I think, is there. So you can see that that's enchanted, and the books are still there. So I can pick up these books, and these can be used again, which is great. And then if I now just right-click on this, I should get this back, and I have Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Terra Shatterer. So that is great news. So, tell you what we'll do, we'll go to the nether and give this a try. Okay, so we're in the nether now. And one thing I did, I threw it in a mana pool for a little bit, and I got it up to rank B. So let's just see how this thing works. So it's pretty fast, just go one block like that. But if we right click this, you'll see a little animation on it. And this should now do a 3x3 area, I believe. Yeah, so look at that. So we can do an absolute ton just with this. So we can do a tunnel like this, 3x3. And that's just because it's at rank B. So I did say the top level can do 11 by 11 by 11 cube. But that... you actually need something else for it as well, and it's an artifact that you get in one of the later stages of the game called Ring of Thor, I believe it is. If I can type, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Ring of Thor. So what this will do, this will greatly increase the area that the Terra Shatterer does. So we're definitely going to need to get that at some point, but it's not something you can craft. We need to get that by doing the high level Gaia Guardian fight. So for now, this is pretty good though, and I will try and get it up to level 8, because then that will do a 5x5, which is brilliant. So along with being able to do a big area like this, I also have fortune on it, so I can now finally do those diamonds, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So I've got all my diamond ore placed down there now, and that is 95 diamond ore, so it's just one off a stack and a half. So hopefully when we use this area mining, we'll still get fortune with it. So let's just do these first 5, and hopefully we'll get more than 5 diamonds. That looks like more than 5, doesn't it? 13. That'll do for me. Right, so let's go through all this and see what we get. Oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm so glad I saved this. Nice. Alcohol XP as well. Brilliant. That's a lot of diamonds. I've already doubled my money, so what else did we get? Oh yeah. So just over double. That is great. 3 stacks and 10. Very happy with that. Okay, so I have been putting this in this mana pool a little bit, but unfortunately it takes a very long time and a lot of mana for this to move up to the next level. So to get from C to B, it was 1,000,000 mana, which is exactly 1 mana pool, which is fine, but for each level it multiplies by 10 how much you need. So to get up to level 8, I need 10 million mana, and there's 25 million here, so you know, it's 10 mana pools, which is absolutely ridiculous. So as you can see, some of them are empty because I've been throwing it in, and this is going crazy trying to refill everything. I don't think we're that far off now, actually. Yeah, maybe a couple more, we should be done. So I'll definitely get that done between episodes, and then we'll have a 5x5, which is great. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. We have made a ton of progress this episode. We've got a lot of building done. We've got the villager breeder set up, and got some good trades for our pickaxe. And we've got this crazy thing enchanted with Fortune 3, and managed to get a load of diamonds. I think that is a good place to leave it. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.